You're watching AdoramaTV.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of AdoramaTV's Product Reviews. I'm Mark Wallace. Well, today on the show we're going to be talking about this little wonder right here. This is the Litepanels Mini Plus. It's a fully dimmable LED light and it's made for shooting video. It's really made for doing E&G type work, environmental news gathering work, where you'd mount this to a video camera and this would be following with you to light something that's pretty darn close, like somebody on location talking about the weather or something. But the thing that we love about these, and we've been using these in our videos to make AdoramaTV for a few weeks now, they are extremely flexible. You can put them on light stands, you can mount them to ceilings, you can tape them to walls, you can do all kinds of things, you can even hand hold them. So I want to walk you through all the possibilities of the Litepanels Mini Plus. Now we have a kit here that I'm going to be showing you. I'm going to move this out of the way. And this kit is a 2-light kit. And it is a flood kit. There's a flood and a spot version of this. The spot will have a 30-degree spread, and the flood, which is what we're using, has a 50-degree spread. So a little bit different there. And these come in all different configurations. We have prices that start about $700 all the way up to this really incredible kit that is $2,100, and it has 2 lights and a bunch of different parts to it. So I'm going to walk you through what this has and how you can configure this and some of the ways that you can use it. I'm a big fan of Discovery Channel, and I like to watch all the behind-the-scenes videos that they have of making of their different shows. And so I first started to see these on some of the shows that they have, like American Chopper and other shows like that. So they are using these handheld to do a lot of the different interviews and on location stuff. And so I thought, well, we've got to get some in and start using them. And I've just fallen in love with these guys, and we use them every single day here. So let me show you what's in this case and what you can do with this light. First of all, let me talk about the light itself. It's actually, what I'm showing you here is the light, and it's just pretty darn thin there, and it's got an LED panel there, and then on the side it's got a plug, and this plug allows you to plug in something that will allow you to plug in a battery of some type. Now you can either use the battery like this guy that comes from Litepanels, and it actually just snaps onto the back there like that. Makes it really easy. Or if you want something that's going to last a lot longer, a lot more power, well, you can get a D-type connector for like an Anton Bauer battery, and so that comes in this kit. So you can see that here's the D-type connector for your Anton Bauer battery or compatible battery, and then that will plug into the side of the light, and then you've got a lot of juice that you can pull from for quite a long time. So that's in the kit here. This kit comes with 2 lights. And so here's one light, and it's got some gel on that. I'll talk about what this is for in a second. And then here's the other light. Let me stick this on here so as we're going through the demo, it makes sense. The batteries that come with this, by the way, have a really nice battery life indicator. So there's a little button on the top here, and when you push that, it shows you how much battery life you have. So you know if you're going to run out of battery or how much life you have, you can just pop one off and pop another one on. So that's really handy. And on the light itself, there are all kinds of mounting options. So there's a 1/4-20 thread on each side of this. So on the top, on the bottom, and on each side. The only side that doesn't have it is the side that has the dimmer control, which is this little knob that lights it up or makes it dim. So 3 sides of this, so you can mount it horizontally or vertically, and that gives you all kinds of different options. So inside the kit here, let me show you what we have. We have a base plate, and we have 1 base plate for each of the lights, and that has your 1/4-20 thread, so you can just screw that onto your light panel here, and once that's on there, and you have it nice and secure, you have a nice little sturdy platform, and it's got a ball joint, so you can make sure that's in whatever direction you want to have it in, and that's really nice. The nice thing about that is because these are so light, you can tape that to the ceiling or maybe stick it to a wall. There's lots of holes there, so if you want to screw that into a set or something, you can really dial this in and make some nice highlights on something. The other thing that's really cool is this actually comes off of here. There's a screw that lets you take this off, and then what you get is you get a hot shoe adapter. So if you want to put this on a camera, it's really easy. So you can see on the bottom here, I've got my hot shoe adapter. So let's say I want to do some video work on my DSLR. I've got my Nikon over here. So I'll just take this light panel and I can slide it right on there, tighten it up, and you can see that now I've got a light panel that's going to give me nice bright light on my camera. And so when I light that up, you can see that it's all good. Now, the thing is that didn't light up because I didn't have the little connector that goes from the battery to the light. So you have to make sure you do that, or else you won't get any light out of that. And you can see now that I've got lots of bright light coming out of that, and it works just great. Now, the reason that there's a little connector there is you want to make sure that you can do all kinds of different things. So let's say that we want to have this light mounted 5 feet in the air. Well, inside of this kit, we have some extension cables. And so this extension cable will allow you to plug one end into the light, and the other end is just a female receptacle. And so then you can take your another cable right there and plug that into a battery. And so if I unwound these, you would have, I think this is a 12-foot cable, so you can get it really quite a ways from the battery. So if you need to have maybe AC power or some other type of power to reach a long ways instead of the battery that comes on the back, you have that option. And so there's 2 of those. There's 2 of these base plates here. One of the things that's also really nice is if you want to use a cigarette lighter to power this, well, there's 2 cigarette lighter adapters, so that allows you to plug those in and light those from a car, which is really nice. So you have your power adapter there. You have 2 battery chargers, so you can plug these into the wall, plug those into your batteries, and you can charge those up and make sure everything's good. The cool thing is these also have these international adapters here, so I can take this US power adapter out of there, and then if I wanted to plug in something, let's say I'm traveling overseas, well, this kit comes with all the different adapters that you would need. So, you know, if I'm going over to Paris or something, I could pop this guy off and pop in something that's going to work in France. I think that works in France. Anyway, so you've got this adapter, you've got these weird big German-looking ones, I think. There you go. And then you've got some wacky ones like this. So you've got all the different power adapters. There's 2 of those, and so this is going to be fully supported overseas, which is nice. So no matter where you're traveling, you're going to be able to power these up, and that saves you a lot of hassle. Inside this box, I have another one of these little mini adapters here, so I can plug in the battery that's right on the back of the camera, or back of the light. That's going to work just fine. We also have some other things in here. Let's say you only have one power adapter in your car. Well, here's a Y mount, so you can plug in this to your car, and then you can plug these 2 in to power the different lights. You also have another hot shoe adapter, so you can throw that onto a camera. And this doesn't have the ball head to it, but it allows you to mount your light to something that's you know, just a normal camera mount, which is really, really nice. And that comes there as well. So in addition to all of this stuff, there are some options for changing the color temperature. Now, these come in 2 different color temperatures. The ones that we have are daylight balance. They're actually 5600 Kelvin. You can also get them a 3200 Kelvin, so it's daylight or tungsten balance. So we like the daylight balance lights. And then inside the kit, there is a little packet, and inside there are some color temperature gels. And so you've got gels that are for balancing for tungsten, and there's several different of those so that you can make sure that you get just the right color temperature. And then there's also this diffusion gel. What that does is it allows you to get a little bit softer light. And the way that you put these in, it's really simple. They just slide in like that, and that's all there is to it, and they are not going to fall out. So no matter which way you put those, that's going to look just really nice, and you can see that that's nice and diffused now. And so to really quickly change your gels, it just can't be any simpler than that. You just pop it in. So these guys are really made for working on location where you don't have a lot of time and you need to set things up and take them down really, really quickly. Another thing I didn't mention is these are metal. So they're going to take a lot of abuse. They're not plastic. They're made actually out of metal. Everything in the kit, I think, is metal except for maybe the cigarette lighter adapters and things like that. So these are going to last a long, long time. Now let me talk to you a little bit more about the mounting options. You also have these 1/4 20 to baby junior adapters, and so what that'll allow you to do is if you have just a normal grip head or something and you want to mount this, you can do that. So over here I have just a normal light stand with a grip arm on it. And so if you want to get these things out of the way, all you have to do is take a standard grip head, take your stud and stick it in there, and bam, there you have it. And so you can mount these all over the place in different shapes and sizes, and you can really get them into locations where you need them. And because they're so lightweight, they're really, really easy to use. And this will mount again to a DSLR camera. It'll mount to a normal video camera like this Canon here. It'll mount to larger Vericams and whatever. As long as it has a hot shoe, it'll slide right on there. You can hold them by your hand. And so we use these when we really need to get light into a tricky situation and we don't have a lot of cables and stuff. So we love them. All right, so let's talk about prices. There are different flavors of these kits. The one that we're talking about here today, this is a 2-light flood kit. It's $2,100 and it comes with everything that I talked to you about earlier. There are some other options as well. You can get a single light kit. That's about $1,100. It comes with 1 light and the battery and the base plate and some of the accessories. So if you slice this in half, basically that's what that would be. And if you just want the light itself and nothing else, you can get that. It's a basic kit. It's $700 and it comes with the light. It comes with the D-tap, so if you have an Anton Bauer battery. It does not come with a battery that snaps on the back, so it assumes that you have a battery to plug into, and it does come with the gels, and that's $700. So there you have it. It is the Litepanels Mini Plus kit. And I highly recommend it. We've been using this for weeks and I love it. I don't know how we lived without it. And so I highly, again, recommend this light kit. Well, that's all we have time for today. So thanks again for joining me. If you have some gear that you'd like me to review or you have questions about photography, you can send those to me at AskMark@Adorama.com. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you again next week.
This episode is brought to you by AdoramaTV. Visit the Adorama Learning Center where you'll find photography tips and techniques, links to the gear used in this episode, and related videos. For all the latest photography, video, and computer gear, visit Adorama.com. And the next time you're in New York City, visit our store located on 18th Street between 5th and 6th Avenue.